one of the main things I was going to talk about today. Um, trying to pull this up, yo. Hold on. Started happening. It'd have been nice if I talked about it first and then it happened, but so I could seem like a fortune teller, like everybody wants to seem like on YouTube. But anyway, it's already happening. So, but yeah, we talk about a couple of different games they play in crypto today. It's a lot of people playing games in crypto, so many things to look out for. Excuse me. Anyway, that's crazy. Where were we at? We were just at almost 62,000. So now we're back down here to 59,000. Um, yeah, let's get started. Anyway, 59,500. Do I talk about this now or later? I guess I'll just talk about it now. So, you know, CPI numbers came out and everybody feels like it's definitely a chance for us to have rate cuts in September, which this could be a lot of things. Which could okay, let me say it this way: it can make the market more bullish, and people want to start buying into buying into crypto right now. But at the same time, everybody's so scared to cycle. Everybody's trying to sell the news because they feel like that's what everybody's going to do. I don't know if you know the saying, buy the rumor, sell the news. Then the data comes out, is what people expected, which most people think, well, that means the market should go straight up, right? But it feels like everybody's selling the news. Now, two things I'm looking for here. They could have, number one, they could have sold the news because the data came out just like they expected. And yeah, the market could run. But like I said, everybody's scared. They're like, it's buy the rumor, sell the news. So they sold it off. Number two, I also think with this data coming out, it probably should have been the last thing I talked about. Whatever, I'm already talking about it. But anyway, with the data already coming out, people feel like the market is going to be bullish next month and we are going to get rate cuts or whatever. So people are like, all right, cool, sell the news, and then we buy back in and it goes crazy. I'm going to tell y'all, I still think we got another, I'm just being honest, and I could be wrong. I still think we got another atrocious dump coming. So my bags are pretty much packed decently. So, and like I said, it's true. Yeah, if you see a good price, go ahead and buy that price. If it's a good price, no matter what I'm saying, no matter what anybody else is saying. There's another thing, almost the one I've been talking about. I'm still thinking about the fact that Jamie Dimon said August was going to be a good month, and I feel like anything he says is going to be the reverse of it. But not only that, there's other stuff included too. Just for the fact that I say this all the time. Anytime they know some bullish news is about to happen, they're always going to sell. Let me say this clear. They're always going to, if they know bullish news is about to happen, they're always going to sell right before that news because they know that news is going to drive the market up. So let me give you an example. Say we about to have some big news. Let's just say this news is going to run Bitcoin all the way to 100,000. And if we're sitting at 60K, they're going to sell at 60K and take those profits because then the rest of the market will get scared. And let's say they drive it down to 53,000, right? Because they know bullish news is coming. And then in your mind, you're saying, well, if they know bullish news is coming, why would they sell it? It's just what they do. So it could be 60,000 where we're sitting about right now. And they know next week there's some news that's going to drive it to 100K. They're going to sell it. They're going to sell whatever profits they have, even if it's 2.5% profits. That's not a lot for y'all. It's not a lot really, but they still going to do it. And so they're going to sell it, let it drop down to 53,000. So let's put it this way. So when that $100,000 Bitcoin news comes, instead of getting profits from 60,000 up to $100,000, they're going to take the profits from 50,000. It's bigger profits. Doesn't make sense what I'm saying? Because as I keep saying, a lot of people, they trade the market. These people coming from stocks, they're not like us long-term holders, investors. They're trading every day, every week or whatever. So anyway, I say this all to say that if we know this, I'm trying to say this carefully. If we know the bullish news of next month is coming, that they're going to drop interest rates. What they are depending on you doing is preparing for that. And you should have already been preparing for it. Preparing for that, trying to front run it. And it could look good for the next week. It could look good the week after this week. I feel like somewhere around the last week of this month to the beginning of September, they're going to straight trash the market, is what I'm thinking. Once again, I'm not saying make the investment decisions off this, not a financial advice. But like I said, my bags are decently packed where it's at. And then I'm going to wait for that, whatever that big capitulation is when it drops, because it's going to happen. Doesn't matter, even if we could run up to 65,000 from where we are now. And people are like, oh, it's so amazing. Look, we're running. And then it could dump back down to 58. I don't know where it's going to be, but I feel like there's another dump that's going to happen because once again, they're going to get ready for that bullish news next month, because pretty much everybody is like, I think they said they feel like it's a 90% chance that we get the interest rate cuts next month or whatever. So yeah, these are some of the games. This is one of the games we're going to talk about today that people are playing on you in the market. But yeah, so that's what I think is going to happen. Is my sound on? Let me make sure my sound is on, because it just goes out whenever it wants to. I'm going to try to keep up with the comments and see if y'all saying anything. Or I'm looking out for the word sound at least. But anyway, I talked about that way earlier, but it's just on my mind. I just had to get it out of my head. What is this? I was trying to look at one of my notes. But yeah, like I said, I got my decent bags and whatever. And let me tell you, there's no time in this market where you will ever have as much as you want, no matter how much money you put into it. Because if you can put 5,000 in the market and that's your range, you're gonna want 15,000. If your range is $500,000 in the market, you always gonna want 2 million in the market. So, what I can't say, my bags are decently packed. So I'm DCing. It's some good prices right now, but I feel like I know that there's gonna be a big dump coming. That's just my point of view. Anyway, I'm supposed to talk about that later, but I already talked about it. So let's get to the next. BlackRock ETFs dominate Bitcoin and Ethereum inflows. I don't want to go through all the numbers of how much everybody bought, but the inflows was about, excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. BlackRock's ETF brought in 34.6 million. The total inflows was 39 million into the Bitcoin ETFs. Grayscale they threw out a whole bunch too. They had outflows of 28.6. I'm not going to talk about everybody's, but the overall net inflows was 39 million. And then the Ethereum, what was Ethereum? It was like 24, 25. What was it? Yeah, 24 million inflows into the Ethereum ETFs. These numbers will get bigger in the future, but I think they know what's about to happen. The same thing I said. I'm still holding on to that Jamie Dimon statement. I'm not going to let it go until September is here. But some more trickery and connery. I like the way, even though they're trying to be positive, this is how people be clickbaiting people. Look how they posted this. I'm still saying it. Bitcoin Magazine said, new major banks buying Bitcoin ETFs. Look how they said it though. 2.8 trillion Goldman Sachs, 1.4 trillion Morgan Stanley, 600 billion Wells Fargo. They really trying to say that's the assets they have, right? But they like throwing bigger numbers out. But anyway, I remember Wells Fargo has always been kind of lenient as far as like their customers buying crypto and stuff like that. But they said their crap about Bitcoin in the past. Morgan Stanley too, and Goldman Sachs, all these people. But once again, is the tricks they play, and then you find out all of them are holding money in the Bitcoin ETFs. And then this one is showing Goldman Sachs bought 418 million in the Bitcoin ETFs. They have 238 million in iShares. They have about 80 million in Fidelity, 35 in Grayscale, 56 in Invesco, and 8 million in Bitwise, about 1 million in Wisdom Tree, and same with ARK, 21 shares. You see how even though they're buying the same asset, how they diversify. This shows you, even when you're buying the same thing, diversity is important, because you never know what can happen with one company, one project, whatever. So anyway, after they talk all this stuff about Bitcoin, they all have been accumulating. More tricks we have. They just had some it's been so long ago, I don't remember the story, but it's like, what are we in August now? it's about 4 to 6 months ago. They were like blocking people from like buying crypto or whatever. But then we found out Swiss National Bank owns 466,000 shares of MicroStrategy, which we know is them getting exposure to Bitcoin. But the crazy thing is, you see all these people in here. You got Charles Schwab in here, Citadel. You got J.P. Morgan. Of course, I've been talking trash about him forever. Or Jamie Dimon, J.P. Morgan, same thing. J.P. Morgan, and then J.P. Morgan was like, that was like 5 to 6 months ago. They were blocking their customers in Europe, right? Let me know, because I know some of y'all over there, but they were blocking their customers in Europe from buying crypto. Like if you look like you was doing a crypto currency transaction like buying off exchange, they would block it. But at the same time, they've been buying it up. They play these tricks, and then I'm pretty sure after they fill their bags up, I keep telling y'all, wait till y'all see. Later on in the cycle, all these people who were bearish on it, blocking people, the JP Morgans and all these people, they're going to be having promotional ads out about crypto. And I'm going to toot my own horn. I don't give a crap. Like, I've been saying so much stuff. I keep saying this. I keep saying so much stuff this cycle that I've been saying for months. And I know sometimes I get tiresome, and I keep saying them because I'm repeating them so y'all get reminded of these things. You're probably bored of hearing them, but I saw one thing. It's going to be the last thing I talk about today. But I saw is like one of the most shared tweets I've seen this morning. I was like, that's all I ever talk about on my channel. Like, I say this stuff all the time, and people are like, oh my gosh, this is such great information. Everybody needs to hear this. And y'all gonna see what I'm not lying. If you watch the channel, I say this all the time, and watch how many people shared this tweet. Everybody's talking about it, and it's like, this is what people need to hear. And I'm like, if they only knew my channel existed, they would already known this. But anyway, but yeah, you got all these people saying stuff that I've been saying. But the thing is, the earlier you get the information, the better it is. Like, I mean, come on, like, think about this. I'm not gonna go on a tangent here, but I'm just give you an example. Think about, like, I feel like most of us been through a like terrible relationship. And if somebody could have gave you the information or some, advice on relationships before that, you would appreciate it having it earlier versus having to go through a bad relationship and coming out the other side. So that's what I'll be saying. I try to give information to you guys earlier. It's not always about talking about 100x gems and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'll get to there eventually. I'm just covering this because it's news. I really don't care, to be honest. Maybe it turns into something bullish and something cool or whatever. But anyway, Coinbase released a tweet about CB. I hate this name. CBBTC, which is pretty much Bitcoin wrapped on the base network or whatever. I know for mass adoption, whatever, everybody's not going to have a cold wallet, hardware wallet, whatever you want to call it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I don't know. Maybe this will be buzz for some people. Maybe some institutions will want to do this. I'm not going to want to do it, but pretty much they just hold your BTC for you. I'll get into this probably later as it develops more, but it's kind of new. So Coinbase, I guess, hooray, blow confetti, whatever, pop some balloons. Congratulations. I don't know. I'm still gonna hold mine on cold storage, but whatever. And I'm gonna sweep past this one. But yeah, this has been one of the worst halving performances. Yeah, like I said, according to percentages, and if you're trading and stuff, but the price is higher. The price was higher before the halving came because of the ETFs or whatever. So it just depends on how you look at it. But I guess and it's been one of the worst halving performances. So a lot of people are bearish because of this, and they think the market is over. They think 66 and 70 range is the top and the highest that Bitcoin can go. But like I said, my target is still, even though I know people got 200,000, 250,000, I've seen 500,000. My target for Bitcoin this cycle is about 115 to 120. If it goes higher than that, then we all just gonna be making crazy money. That is what it is. So yeah. But anyway, this next story. This came out a couple hours ago, but it says I forgot to pull the wallets up. My bad, y'all. Whatever. Bitcoin sell pressure risk as a $1.7 billion in dormant Bitcoin moves over 2 days. The movement of more than $1.7 billion in dormant Bitcoin could lead to a downward pressure on Bitcoin in the coming weeks, according to an on-chain analysis. So a lot of this hasn't been sold yet either, too. But a recent 1.7 billion shift of dormant Bitcoin, which means it hasn't moved in a while. I'm not talking about like, the Mt. Gox and well, some of that stuff too, but yeah. Bitcoin, excuse me, let me read it again. Sorry. A recent 1.7 billion shift of dormant Bitcoin could lead to increased selling pressure in the crypto market, according to an on-chain Bitcoin analysis. In an August 13 post to Cryptocom, I hate this word, whatever, trader. I just really look crazy, but whatever. Wrote that a total of 29,206 Bitcoin land dormant for up to 3 years had been transferred on chain between August 11th to August 12th. He shared that 18,536 Bitcoin that had been inactive for 2 to 3 years was moved on August 11th and created a noticeable pressure on the price of Bitcoin, and an additional 5,684 Bitcoin that had been inactive for 3 to 6 months was also moved a few hours later. On August 12th, 4,986 Bitcoin had been inactive for 3 to 12 months, along with 2,394 Bitcoin that had been dormant for 3 to 5 years also was moved. So anyway, got a lot of dormant Bitcoin moved around. Excuse me. I got a lot of dormant Bitcoin moving around. So, there are some people watching this. I don't know who the wallets haven't been identified yet. So nobody knows who it is. But at the same time, let me say this still falls in line with tricks, because we got all this bullish news coming out. Like I'm saying, with they're like, okay, cool. The numbers came back like we wanted them to. So now we feel like we have a higher chance of getting rate cuts this month and next month. And that's all people are going to be focused on. And as people get euphoric and whatever, they're going to sell into the price going up. And I know some of y'all saying, well, why would they sell, though, if you think the price is going to get 100K or 115K? I don't know. Everybody invests different. So I can't tell you why they are. But a lot of people been selling lately. So I could definitely see them selling into this. Say if we, they sold the news today, and let's say the market starts rallying after this, and we start getting around 65K range, 66, people are going to be real excited. There's a lot of different price targets that people waiting for. No matter what they think, like I said, the Fibonacci levels or whatever, I just still feel like it's going to be another dump, and they probably going to sell into that pump. We'll see what happens. I'm not trying to tell the future. I'm just speaking hypothetically. What is this? There's no need to talk about that. We know BlackRock got a whole bunch of Bitcoin. This morning, actually the last couple of days and this morning, Jump Trading has been moving their Ethereum. I think they sold some this morning, but they still have they got a couple of million left. Not a couple million, about 60, 70 million. So Jump Trading, which is I don't know. I can't speak on this strongly because I don't know. I don't talk to these people, but everybody's saying it feels like they are really selling off everything and leaving the space or whatever. So it looks like they are selling all of their positions or whatever. They've been unstaking their Ethereum from Lido or whatever. So that could also be some more sell pressure in the market. And really, Bitcoin is the big daddy that controls the market. But when you see stuff like this in Ethereum or Bitcoin, even with Ethereum, it's going to move the market and cause bearishness. But whatever, I feel like we got one last dump coming, and then maybe we could see some parabolic runs or whatever. And to be honest, I can't tell you when. Even as I'm talking right now, it doesn't even feel like we're that close to September, but it's 2 weeks away. So I would say anywhere in the next. I know this doesn't help at all. I'm sorry, but I feel like anywhere in the next 4 weeks we could get a pretty big dump. Try to scare people and shake them out one more time. Let me talk about this little trickery here, because it's something that I kind of knew about before. I kind of knew about this before, but it just redawned on me this morning. I was talking to one of my mentees this morning that I'm always trying to get him into crypto. And I don't know why it's taking so long, but whatever. But I'm sorry. I'm actually about to talk about something negative while talking about positive news. I'm sorry, but whatever. Crypto.com becomes an official UEFA Champion League partner, connecting with sports fans, has accounted for at least 100 million new users on Crypto.com, according to the firm's CMO. Sorry, if you want to read this article, I'll put it in the chat, but that's not what I want to talk about. But yeah, this is cool. It's bullish. It's all that kind of good stuff, but I want to talk about something else. So what and I'll try to be short about this, but So crypto.com, right? I was saying yesterday how a lot of y'all probably still don't see yourself as smart in crypto because maybe you maybe you're looking to me for information or other YouTubers or other people on Twitter. So you feel like, oh, I'm not that knowledgeable. But what I keep saying is you're way more knowledgeable than people that's outside the space that don't follow crypto. And so I remember my mentee sending me this, but I had to go back and look at the messages and the pictures he was sending me and realize how much I was missing what he was saying. So long story short, there was a bunch of articles, and this is the trickery I'm talking about. And remember earlier I was saying how they're gonna start putting out bullish news later on in the cycle when they want retail investors to FOMO in. What I did not realize is they were trying to make people think crypto.com was FTX. And so if you this is very simple stuff. Like if you watch basketball, you know LeBron James plays for the Lakers, right? You know also that LeBron James played for the Miami Heat. So if you go back and read some of these little fake articles, it was a lot of social media posts because he's younger. He's younger than me, and I'm young myself. And these younger kids, like all they do is focus on social media. So what he was doing at the time was sending me stuff, and I was like, I hate to say it, but I was talking without really fully reading what he was sending me. But I looked back at the pictures in the social media posts he was sending me, and they were saying like they would like add LeBron James's name like in the articles or whatever, because what they was trying to do is make people bearish on all of crypto, and they were trying to act like the FTX crash. FTX was known as the big con and crypto's a con. They were trying to make it like it was crypto.com. And most people, if you're outside of crypto, all you know is there's a crypto basketball arena is all they know. They don't know the stuff we know. And so they were mixing up, and they still been trying to do it, mixing up crypto.com with FTX or whatever. And I was like, man, see, I know so much that I'm not falling for the games, but everybody on the outside, they just probably know, they probably only think it's one crypto arena. And so every time they hear crypto.com. So what he was saying was, he was like after he said something to me like he was like after that dude, he talking about Sam Bankman-Fried, he was like, after he scammed people, like why did the Lakers still have why do they still have their arena named after the exchange? And I was like, no, that's not the same one. I was like, that was Miami. Like that was Miami Heat's arena was FTX. They renamed it FTX. Anyway, this all the tricks they play. I'm telling you, really hold on to all this information I'm saying now, because watch how the script flip next year when they want to start shilling crypto after their bags are packed. And granted, we're gonna benefit from it too, but they be playing these games. Let's see, what is this? Is this more trickery? Nah, I got some other. I'm not going to really cover this one, but it just is what it is. 45% of the Bitcoin supply has not moved in 6 months. And I'm going to cover it a little bit. This is what I'm saying. Like, trust me, these people know that, yeah, you got people selling stuff. You got Jump Trade and selling their stuff. You got the Mt. Gox stuff. You got the Germans who were selling their Bitcoin. You got the U.S. government that was selling it. And once again, they just doing this stuff to scare people. And as I always say, even with BlackRock, you don't know all their wallets. So it can make you look like, oh, they selling all their Bitcoin. Trust me, they not. They got their Bitcoin. And anyway, 45% of the supply has not moved in 6 months, which means these guys are holding. They know it's coming, which means the market is still intact. That's what that means. The market is not over. I already talked about this one. Tether printed $1 billion worth of USDT. And as I was saying, nope, I will read it. My bad. Let me read this because it is important. See, I'll be skimming over some. My bad. Let me say this. So Tether crypto exchange balances hit record highs as Treasury prints $1 billion worth of USDT. If the Fed, this is the important part here. This is what I said yesterday. See how I be saying stuff? I be giving y'all stuff early. Y'all don't even be realizing when I say it because it sounds boring. I know I'm monotone, but I'm not about to talk in a hype tone that stresses your brain out, because I'm not going to be like fake happy and fake hype. But anyway, I'll give y'all the information first. It says if the Fed signals a rate cut, as CME data strongly suggests, crypto traders may quickly deploy their stablecoin reserves to drive a market rally. So what I was saying to y'all yesterday is, usually when you see them printing stablecoins, people are like, oh, that means this week. That means this week the market's about to rally. And because they know y'all think that, they play the games and they start minting like $500 million, $1 billion, $2 billion worth of stablecoins, because they know y'all are going to start FOMOing into the market because you think the market is about to run. But sometimes those stable coins just sit there, right? But the thing is, what they do is they mint them. Sorry, I can't even say the word. They mint them, right? And then it could sit still for 2 months. You forgot that they minted $3 billion, $4, $5 billion worth of stable coins is ready to get deployed. And then all of a sudden the market starts flying because the stable coins are already there to use. So I don't have to read the whole article, but this is exactly what I was saying yesterday. And so y'all know, let me blow this up so y'all don't think this. I said it first. They said it after me because this article was just too. I can't even blow up my screen. Let me see. They just said this. Y'all see that? 2 hours ago. That was 2 hours ago. I said this yesterday. Anyway, let me stop being petty. Anyway, but yeah, so the stable coins are going to already be there. So that's why I do say, even though I've said this whole stream that I feel like we got another dump coming, if you see some good DCA points, go ahead and get in there because the market could start flying at any moment because there's way more than enough stable coins out there for people to pick up to start deploying capital. I'm gonna just read a little bit of this. I think I talked about it before, but the MetaMask card, pilot, is that what they're calling it? They're trying to do the Tangent. I'm still bullish on Tangent, but I will look in MetaMask and see what they got going on. It says MasterCard and Banks, which powers the Crypto Life platform, announced the pilot launch of MetaMask card, enabling MetaMask wallet users to seamlessly use their cryptocurrency for everyday purchases in fiat currency anywhere around the world. MasterCard is accepted. The MetaMask card allows wallet users the unparalleled convenience of making purchases directly from the self-custodial crypto wallet. The card is launched through a limited time pilot of a few thousand digital only cards available to users in the EU countries and the UK. Users need to hold their crypto on chain on the Linea network. Oh, that's new. I didn't read this yet earlier, y'all. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't read the full article. I just saw it. Yeah, whatever. But they have to hold it on Linea network and use MetaMask to delegate funds for the card. They can store their keys wherever they choose. See, this is cool. Okay, so it's a pilot program. It's only in the EU. I think that's what it was last time. I thought they were going to update it, but it's just in the EU and it has to be on Linear Chain and it's only a pilot program. So I know y'all probably upset that Tangent hasn't rolled theirs out yet, but they're trying to get it right. I will say when Tangent rolls out something, it doesn't have a lot of bugs usually, even though I know there's been some stuff with the swaps lately, but I think the Tangent one is still better because what I know is from any chain. This one, you have to do it on Linear only. We'll see how that plays out. And this is the famous tweet that everybody's been sharing this morning. And look at this brand new alpha that y'all have never heard before. Definitely not have heard this from me. You've never heard this from me. But this is one of the most passed around tweets this morning. It says, we're encountering a rare opportunity. I think he said the only time it comes around, it only comes around every 4 years, and we can't really predict for how long it will last. Alts could bottom here next month or in Q4, but who even cares? Short-term fluctuations are irrelevant to me. Focus should be on accumulating coins that are in their first cycle and down 90% from their all-time highs. I'm not touching those dino coins or the stuff that went hard in 2021 outside of the top 10. With a view towards 2025, which promises to be extraordinary. Next year, you'll see all these coins soaring and you'll know deep down that you had the chance to get in early, but you missed it because you were focused on scalping 5% moves at the stone cold hard bottom. Where have we heard this before? I don't know. Maybe on my channel almost every single day. I keep saying to y'all, I know sometimes the example I always use, you buy something at $2 and goes to $1, you get pissed off. You're like, I just lost 50% of my money. But I'm like, you got it. As long as you got it in a good price, if you see the upside of 40x or 20x from $2, and then you get a chance to buy it at $1, yes, you didn't get your full bag there, but now you can DCA and in from that point, you can get a 40x or whatever. But everybody's like sitting around waiting for the exact bottom or whatever. And sometimes it's cool to get another 15, 20%, especially if you see it going 40, 50x, right? But sometimes you just got to get in because this all goes together with what I was saying with the stable coins. The stable coin supply is already out there. So what's happening is last cycle, people used to wait for the stable coins to be printed and then they would start FOMOing into the market. They already know that's what you're going to do from last cycle. So they front running you. They already got the stable coins laid out there and they know you're waiting for the stable coins to be printed. And then all of a sudden, you're gonna be like, wait, they ain't printing no stable coins in a minute. Must not be a bullish time in the market. No, they're already out there. And the market's just gonna start flying. And that 20% extra you were trying to get, you're not gonna get a chance to get it because it's gonna be too late. The other thing I say that he's not saying it here, but I'll also say other influencers, some of them that y'all look up to that are much bigger than me, they're using y'all as liquidity right now. They're trying to tell y'all to get in. Oh, get in on, I don't know, some of them still talking about Bitcoin moves, Ethereum moves, and some of the higher market caps. And they religiously say you shouldn't be looking for smaller market caps and market caps right now. This is not that time in the market. No, it's not that time in the market, but you're not going to fool me. I'm going to go ahead and pack my bags. Number one, because I want to get in early at the lowest price. Number two is I keep telling y'all and I keep talking about, and y'all going to keep overlooking this until it's time to do your doggone taxes. And you're going to be like, oh, shoot, if I'd have bought that 3 months earlier, I could have got, more of my bag or more of my profits. Once again, I know probably 10 of y'all on here laughing at me right now. Like, this dude paying taxes on his crypto, man, I'm not doing that. I got DeFi. I'm using decentralized exchanges and I'm sending my stuff through, whatever you're trying to send it through to hide the transactions. I can't tell you what to do if you don't want to pay taxes, whatever, but the color of my skin, I just can't play those games. I'm just saying it that way. So anyway, once you get ready to do taxes, you're gonna be like, dang, I should have just went ahead and got it, because the 15-20% you're trying to get extra is what you're gonna end up paying taxes, because the difference between long-term capital gains and short-term capital gains is about double, especially for most people. So yeah, this what I'll be saying all the time. So like I said, yeah, we got some low risk plays or whatever. I did miss an entry on a low risk play that I was I'm pretty pissed about it, but we're gonna see what happens. I think that dump is coming, so maybe we'll get another chance. But I do try to spread y'all across low risk plays, mid risk, and high risk plays, or for those that don't understand, that's big market caps, middle market caps, smaller market caps, or whatever. But so the bigger caps probably will move first, but those move first, but you still got your DGen picks or whatever that you can make some money on. But I be saying this stuff forever, and I'm just seeing everybody talking about like this is like his like super alpha, but I guess I got super alpha. I don't know, because everybody's loving this. I see reiterations of this tweet. One thing I do try to do is when somebody tweets something, I try to say, hey, this is where the tweet came from. But a lot of people try to take somebody's tweet and reiterate it and try to take credit for it. But yeah, I can take credit for this because I've been saying it for the last 6 months. Anyway, ooh, it's still falling. Ooh. I was going to get on stream and say this was going to happen, but it happened before I got on stream. So now I can't seem like a fortune teller anymore. But anyway, wait, what is this? Oh, I was going to talk about some other stuff. I think one of y'all laughed at me yesterday. I did it again. I try to eat breakfast before I get on the stream, but it just doesn't work out that way because I'm trying to like see what news is out there and all that kind of stuff, man. So yeah. What is this comment? What is this? What is this? Is this some like bot? Oh, I don't even think y'all can see that comment on stream. Somebody sent me a bot comment. But yeah, I feel like y'all bearish right now too. Not many comments. I usually have like 20 or 25 comments, but it's all good. 575 said this chop up has been crazy, but if you DCA, this has been a blessing. Load your bags before April 25th. They shaking out the week. Yeah, I April 25th. What's April 25th? But yeah, I I don't know. I just know, like I keep saying, I know what people feel like they signed up for and you thought it was up only, but not the case. Not the case. There's one particular move. I'm not gonna lie, one particular move and one particular day that sticks out even to me. Like, I think about it quite a bit. I'm like, I should have known that was coming. I should have known that was coming. Oh, not April 25th, April 25. Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, I get a little pissed off even at myself sometimes, but I was like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Just keep DCAing and at good prices. I'm telling you, this stuff won't matter soon. You will have to remember what price you bought at. This time next year, especially summer next year, because I still feel like we're going a traditional lane cycle. But yeah, hopefully to have how am I trying to say this? Yeah, like I said, yeah, I feel like the big run is gonna start between February and April next year. But we also, I feel like the start of the run should be around October, November, and maybe we chill out for a minute in between there. But yeah, before April 2025. Dave said, Zoe, when I try your Twitter link, it says this account doesn't exist. When I type it in, it's like a scammer that comes up copying your page. You might have to. Are you in the Patreon? Wait, when I try your Twitter. Well, for one, my old Twitter that I used to have is gone. Maybe you're talking about the older one. When I type it in, it's like a scammer that comes up copying your page. I don't know. I did make a new page. I don't even remember if I use the same handle or not. And I still barely use that one. So I'm trying to. It's a lot of stuff going on in crypto, but if I ever do anything, it's gonna be on the new one. And I don't know if I put the new one out yet. So you might have to send me a message in the Patreon. Let me know what you're saying because I think I'm a little confused. Wait. Dave said I skipped this comment. Did I? No, I don't think I skipped. It's probably a lag. I think I read the year 25, but I just went back and read your comment. I think that's what you're saying. But yeah, I don't know. I made a new page. The old page is not there anymore. Bass Production said, "What do you think of the CBBI indicator from the Colin Talks Crypto?" Man, listen, that's one thing I was going to talk about today too. Indicators. I'm sorry. I want to answer your question, and I am going to answer your question, but I'm going to answer it a whole different way. I'm going to be honest with y'all. There are times to use indicators, but to be honest, you can always find an indicator to meet whatever narrative that you want to. I want to say push. Like, I'm not saying this person is being, because I don't even know who this is, to be honest. I'm not trying to say that, trying to be malicious or trick you or anything, but I'm just saying anything. If you want to be bearish or if you want to be bullish, you can always find the indicator to to prove your narrative true or whatever. Let me see. I don't know. I would have to look into what he's saying. Maybe if I get some time. I've never heard of the person, but maybe I'll go check out and see if I can find what you're talking about. I will look at it. Like I said, I do try to. I'm not trying to. A lot of people try to be like, I'm the only source of information on YouTube. You should only listen to me. I do. I watch other people too to see what the sentiment of the market is, see what they're saying, draw other information in to draw my own conclusions or whatever. So I've never heard of the guy, but I'll look into it and see what he's saying. But I can't give an opinion on it right now because I can give an opinion on CBBI. I hate when stuff is like that. But I can give an opinion on that, but I don't know what he says. So I can't say I agree or disagree right now until I look at what he says. So maybe if I get some extra time today, maybe when I'm eating my lunch or whatever, probably not breakfast, but technically I'm on both times right now. But when I eat my lunch, maybe I'll watch it while I'm eating. 575 exactly election time. Yeah, around that ending September, October, November. So anywhere in that ending of September, end of November window, or its first 2 weeks in November window, we could get a run because there is this thing where, we do have like sometimes that Thanksgiving run, but people also do start taking profits. Also, like they'll run it up October and sometimes they'll take profits in like November, early December for Christmas presents. Like sometimes you just got to look at the information that's there, even without using indicators and all this fancy stuff. Sometimes just think naturally about life, how stuff works. So yeah, people gonna buy them Christmas presents. So yeah, Bitcoin conference is always dump. Is that what you were thinking? You're talking about. Wait, is there another Bitcoin conference coming up? Man, we got so many Bitcoin conferences now. Let me know because we just had the one in Nashville. Are you talking about another one? I'm sorry, Seasick Viking. Dave said you skipped my comment. I'm not a bot, yo. I went back and read it. My bad. But Bitcoin conference, I'm not sure what you're saying, Seasick. But not other reasons I just think on top of the Jamie Dimon statement, but that's not the only reason why. But I just feel like it's gonna be another dump soon. Elon said some people relocate out of their countries to avoid paying taxes. Okay, it's funny you said that. Let me talk about that. Very important. Let me say this in the most lamest terms that I can say it so everybody can understand it. Sometimes you move too late and they still going to catch you. Like, matter of fact, they just, dang, his name just dropped out of my head. I can't remember. It was like three to, I'm bad with time, y'all. It could be between 3 and 8 months ago. I can't remember. But guy who moved out, remember he moved out the States and he was like an early adopter of Bitcoin and he had all these millions. And that's what he did. He said, y'all can't charge me on taxes or whatever because I'm no longer a US citizen. But man, they got all these retro rules and all that kind of stuff. Don't play those games. Be talking about I got another citizenship here. You got to really look. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it, but you got to really look into it. You can't move in the middle of the cycle after you already start buying or whatever and be like, okay, now I'm over here. Nah, buddy, they're going to come for those taxes. They were like, nah, bro, when you bought those, you was here. I don't care where you are now. But when you bought that Bitcoin or when you bought that Ethereum, you were here. They're going to get those taxes and they'll find a way. Don't play those games. Please, yo, I can't believe I'm going to talk about this. I know what y'all want. I know the financial system is BS. The government, be honest, I said all the time, I think taxes is BS. Like they never do anything to help us with taxes. They never pave the roads. And I keep saying this because I know y'all got y'all views on the conservative, liberal side, Democrat, Republican, whatever the crap you want to call it. And there's one side that says, oh, that's entitlements and blah, blah, blah. And that's taking our tax dollars. This country has way more than enough tax money for us all to have universal health care. And I know, for my buddies and my friends on my conservative side, y'all like, nah, bro, that's my tax money. But if you really look at the numbers and look past the BS that they try to tell y'all, and there are certain entitlements that are abused, like we talked about the other week, like welfare, food stamps, and some of this other stuff. Yes, that stuff is abused, but if you really look at the numbers and you know how to look at the numbers, we have enough money for universal health care. We should not have to be paying the amount of money that we pay to get in the ambulance and for different medicines and all that kind of stuff. It's all BS. And if y'all watched that documentary that I gave y'all on the stream the other day, I know all of y'all wasn't here, but that documentary on the stream, after you watch that, if you don't zone out and don't start fiddling with your phone and social media, I think there's one documentary you should watch all the way through and pay attention to every second. You would start to realize how we're able to do this stuff. Anyway, I say this all to say I don't like taxes. I think it's BS. I feel like we should like have anarchy and just all go crazy and whatever. But as of now, until everybody decides to stick together and it really formulates a plan, if you don't pay those taxes, you're gonna end up in jail. So prison, excuse me, not jail, prison. So you can play those games if you want to. I'm gonna get off that because you can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm not playing those games. But that's why I'm trying to. If I can get the long-term capital gains versus short-term, then I'm like, all right, it's some BS, but whatever. Pay the little dumb 20. Yeah. Truth with eyes open. Ooh, my head is hurting, and these lights in my eyes. Do you know when the bull run will occur? Nobody does. We can all. I can do it. We can all try to sound like we giving you the most alpha, and we can tell none of us know. But what I can say is technically we're already in the bull run. But I think you're talking about the parabolic run. Like I said, I feel like we'll get a little run here when they get the little positive news, interest rates get cut or whatever. Hold on, let me put this down somewhere else. Interest rates get cut or whatever, and we can get a little run there. But far as okay, let me say it like this. Let me just answer this. So between the end of September to November, I feel like we could get a little run, right? Then the next little run, that when your altcoins have been sitting on the bottoms are going to probably start running, and you'll maybe get, I don't know, 10 to 15x, whatever. Could be between February and probably February, April, somewhere like that, right? Then we can have a whole chill period. And this is the part that, let me say this part y'all not ready for. Some of the altcoins, like I said, you're probably going to get a 10 to 15x or something like that. But when you talk about most of your stuff, maybe you can get some 100x's. When you talk about most of your stuff doing 100x's and the 50x's and stuff we're talking about, that is going to be like fall of 2025. When people say altcoin season, so don't let nobody tell you that when October 2024 comes that this is all season. Don't let nobody tell you when early 2025 comes, this is alt season. That is not alt season. People just throw that term around like it's nothing. So you probably gonna have to wait a while. That's why I keep preaching patience on my channel. That's why I talk monotone. That's why I try not to hype y'all up. Because if I keep feeding y'all hyped up dopamine every day, and then when the dopamine doesn't line up with the market movements, you're gonna think something's wrong. You're gonna think something's wrong with your portfolio. You're gonna think something's wrong with the information I'm giving you. You're gonna think something's wrong with the market. You're gonna start thinking the market is over because you don't let nobody feed you dopamine. Just chill, bro. So I think I said that pretty clear. Anyway, check it out. It is very good. I think you're talking about that video. I do. I just pulled it up, so I'm gonna watch it sometime today. Probably. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to get to it. Dave Flower says I'm not in the Patreon. Oh yeah, big guy, you got. I'm not trying to shield my Patreon, but you definitely should get in there. And to be honest, like I said, I'm completely honest. We got some stuff that I feel like are great projects or whatever, but some of them have bled a lot. And I wish we all could have gotten at some of these prices or whatever, like our big main bags. But it's a good time to get in Patreon, Dave. That's all I can tell you. I mean, but you can do what you want. You said, but there's a link under the video. My video or the other dude's video. You really, I mean, you can do what you want. But I feel like it's a good time to get into Patreon and get in some projects early. Base Production said, okay, cool. Dave Flower said, just asking, what is your real Twitter? I don't even remember. And I'm be honest, because I've just made a new one, or I just made a new public Twitter, and I don't even remember, to be honest. Maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll have to go find it myself. The C6 like in regards to what you said, you miss Bitcoin conference. Oh no. Oh no, not that. Dave Floss, I mean, actually, if they just print money whenever they want, why we gotta pay taxes and all? I know. Trust me, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. So all I'm saying is don't go to prison. I agree with everything you're saying. Like, I don't want to pay taxes. I think it's BS. I feel like we should. Like, I think what's the joke going around? People saying how they went crazy over the Boston Tea, the over 2% tax or whatever, and here we are sitting at, depending on if you got business write-offs, you sitting somewhere between 15 and 37%. You know what I'm saying? You somewhere in there, and regardless, like, it's just crazy. But so I understand what you're saying. All I'm trying to do is help people not go to prison. That's all I'm saying. I fully think taxes is BS too. Just don't go to prison. Truth with eyes open said, okay, thanks. Patience. Yeah, patience is the most important thing, y'all. Ad Tank said, I ain't seen you in it. Do you think the majority of projects will recover from the sell-off? The majority? I mean, in some shape, form, fashion, some of them going to be trapped. Like I said, I see a lot of people shilling projects trying to liquidity grab from their subscribers, their watchers, their followers on Twitter, whatever, and they know these projects are trash. I talked about one that even somebody I trust highly in the space. I was talking about this one project, and I know through them that this one project had a whole pre-sale, private sale, whatever they call them, or whatever. And so people are like, oh, this project's legit. And I was saying from the beginning, like, I don't like the stuff I'm seeing around this project. Project went up, it was shielded by a whole bunch of people. People made money off, and then it dumped down. Like, I don't think I'm lying. It dumped down between 50 and 100x, which means I think it was around a 300 to 400 market cap, 300 to 400 million market cap, and it dumped all the way down to 3 to 4 million. Like I was saying from the beginning, something ain't right about this project. And I know I just sound like the guy who, man, this dude just come on the channel. He be saying every project is scam. Oh, cool. You can feel how you want to feel. I'm just going to say what I think. You ain't got to listen to me. It's not financial advice. But I don't know if somebody's going to recover, because I know they're just liquidity farming projects, but not every project. But I'm just trying to make sure we're in the best projects. As far as our projects, yeah, I mean, we had a couple that dumped off, and there's one that's been real quiet. I know some of y'all probably not even thinking about it anymore, but I still always see them developing. Like, so we're going to see what happens. But I feel like, we got time to accumulate some of these projects, but not too long. But yeah, as he said, good morning. Good morning to you too. Oh, now we have 50 minutes now. I almost thought it was going to be done in 35 minutes. But who was that? Dave? Dave, man, listen, not financial advice, and I'm not trying to shill it to you. You can do whatever you want, sir. But if you need some help navigating the market, you should definitely get into Patreon, which is at patreon.com/cryptozo. I think is one. I don't think. I know for a fact is one. Actually, I've been seeing a lot of information lately. I'm not even going to talk about because I just don't have time. But information I've seen lately this week, even up to 2 and 3 months ago, and I said even some of the guys came to me collectively and was talking about some stuff that they all had found. I can't believe I let these expire. It's stupid. I love those. But sorry, a little ADHD. Yeah, I got one of the most undervalued Patreons out there. No matter what anybody thinks, I know what I know in this market. Not every play is gonna go straight up or whatever, but I know, I know when they start running, I know it's gonna run. Let's put it that way. But Dave and anybody else, if you want to get into Patreon, patreon.com/cryptozo. Appreciate y'all hanging out on the stream, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.